Today is March 30th, 2016. It's 10 a.m. in the morning. I call the meeting of the Monongalia County Commission to order. Let the record reflect that all three commissioners are present. Would everyone please rise for a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, Renetta.
We have 8 exonerations listings for $3,020.76. Fiduciary orders of March 30, 2016. Approval of services for Fiduciary Commissioner George Armistead. And then there's a separate item on the removal of a personal representative that you'll have to deal with separately. Vouchers for General County, $46,181.66. Call severance, $8,795.68. 911, $484.34. Camp Muffley, $1,905.71. Assessor's valuation, $76.24. Purchasing card, General County, $11,291.06. 911, $61.84. Home confinement, $6,250.19. Chestnut Ridge Park, $2368.63. Camp Muffley, $362.62. Assessor's valuation, $560.95 for a total of $78,338.92. We have a budget revision, moving money from 988 capital projects, other buildings, $2,500 to 905 fairs and festivals for the Clay District Fair. There was an error in the budget that they didn't get their allotment, so we're just moving some money for them. We do have some new employees that you guys can deal with separately, and then just to reiterate the position openings on boards and authorities, the Mon County Development Authority, Historic Landmarks Commission, Mon County Planning Commission. We have some one vacancy right now, and then we'll have some opening up. One at Cheatview PSD and one for the River Road PSD. So that's everything, and then the separate motion
Have we
for
received any applications for those?
No, not yet.
I do want to thank Ben for putting that listing in the paper. That helps people to maybe think they want to get involved. Okay. Do I have a motion on the
Move to accept.
finances?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
You have the separate motion on the Konchesky estate. It's in your fiduciary folder. Setting the removal for the personal representative of the estate of Robert Konchesky. It's in your fiduciary folder.
Oh, and this one?
Oh,
April the 20th at 10:15.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to set the hearing on the removal of the personal representative for the Robert Joseph Konchesky estate for Wednesday, April 20th at 10:15 a.m. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Thank you. Okay. All right. So
You
we
have a
got
couple
that.
of new employees.
And we got new employees. Marcia.
Thanks, Mr. President. Actually, this is not a new employee, but he's returned to my staff after being gone, and so I thought it was appropriate to come and reintroduce him. Brandon Benchoff started in my office as an intern in the Victim Assistance Program in 2010. He was a volunteer intern through the psychology department at that time, and he quickly made himself indispensable, so that when we found that he was available to remain on staff just as a general assistant and intern to our administrative assistants as well as our lawyers, he remained on, and then as he continued on through postgraduate, he returned in summer times to work in our office. And then he was gone. He was back through last summer and last fall till November, left to take the bar exam. He's now returned. He's not a member of the bar yet. He's returned as a legal intern. So he has been a member, as you can see, of my staff for a long time. And I'm hoping that maybe some of you remember seeing him when we were in the courthouse over the past year. So
I think I've met him once or twice before.
if you need anything.
He's gonna stay here for a while, you think now?
Yeah, I hope to keep him on in various capacities.
Yeah,
So.
is he full-time now or what?
Yes. Yeah. So
Move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Welcome aboard again.
Thank you very much.
Could I also say, because I want to state for the record, as you know, we've been dealing with the situation with the wall sanitation, and I personally want to thank Marcia, who has personally taken it over. I believe we finally are moving to probably resolve this after years. But I personally want to thank you, and I know the people in the Western End want to say thank you, and we're watching, and hopefully we get this resolved in the next 90 days.
let's hope so. Thanks.
Yes,
And
thank
thanks
you.
for your attention. I know you attended that court hearing yesterday, so we hope to be making progress on
Yes.
that and get it cleaned up, similar to the one that's just down the way.
Yes.
Who knew?
That's-
Who
yeah.
knew? Who knew an area like that could look as cleaned up and
Unbelievable.
pristine as the neighbor one?
So we're slowly moving, and there is very slow progress, but I think with Judge Gajot's decision, and I will say of monitoring it weekly, that makes a whole difference.
All right.
So we'll keep you informed of that.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Further introduction, employees. Lori?
Hi, I'm Lori Houston. Good morning, Commissioners. How are ya?
Morning.
This is for a rehire for Eamon Kennedy. He will be a seasonal part-time employee for lawn care and for maintenance up at Mason-Dixon Historical Park. He'll have an hourly pay of $10 an hour, and yeah, so,
Starts this Friday.
yep, starts this Friday.
Now, unless that's an April Fool's joke.
Unless it
No, it's
snows.
not.
Unless it snows, which is
Hopefully not, hopefully not.
Yeah.
move for approval.
Second.
Have a motion and second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Yes.
Welcome back, yeah. Welcome back again. Thank you very much. Do we have any further introduction of employees?
After scaring Lynetta half to death, I apologize. I was quieter than I thought.
Snuck up on her, huh?
Sure.
Thank you. I'll make sure I approach from the front next time. Gentlemen, we wanted to introduce Ethan Monongalia. Ethan, we would like to hire as a deputy sheriff. We had Deputy Brandon Snyder that had left to take another job with the gas well industry, and Ethan comes to us. He actually was working in Moorfield Police Department, so he's already been through the police academy, he's already been certified, he's met all the requirements that are required through the state for hiring. So we'd like to hire him in as a deputy sheriff starting April 1st at a salary of $3,112.33 a month. He would have a probationary period of 1 year and would be eligible for full benefits.
Moorfield,
Yes, sir.
you know the commissioners down there?
I said, here we go.
They're kind of wacky.
Like that. Move
No.
for approval.
I thought you were going to say it was your cousins or
Well, they might be.
Second.
Have a motion and second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. That's RJ down there, good friend of mine. You know him?
JR.
Yeah, JR, I'm sorry. Yeah. I got it backwards. I told you he's wacky.
He's dyslexic.
JR, yeah, he's a nice guy. Glad to have you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, any further? Okay.
I think it was-
Comments from the public. Do we have any comments from the public? Do we have any public? Gone once, gone twice, gone 3 times. Close the comments from the public. Colleen,
Hi,
it's your turn.
it's my turn.
Morning.
How are you?
Good.
So I'm working on a grant application for PRO, for Prevention Resource Officer within the school at University High School. We're going to be requesting $69,067 or $69,067 for 75%, and our cash match is 25%, which would be $23,022 for a total of $92,089. I just have a couple of things I need you to sign.
Is there a resolution?
You need a motion to approve that.
Motion
Yes.
to
Yes.
approve and authorize me to sign.
This is for the Board of Education, this is their special agreement.
That's their special agreement.
So moved that the president may sign the agreement.
Second?
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Where do I
There's
sign? Here?
right
and
there.
here?
Here's your blue pen.
Thank you.
And
Here
then,
and here?
yes.
To note, this is not for a new
Right.
PRO, this is to cover an existing officer in the schools. And so the 25% cash match is already included in the sheriff's budget.
Yeah, we did that last year, right?
He's
This
been
has
there for a while.
ongoing. Yeah, it's been.
He was there when I
ongoing
was
for
still
quite
there,
some time.
before I
He
got
was there
there now.
before that?
This one.
Yeah. No, the third one?
Yes. And this will just help offset the cost.
Yes.
Right.
Hey, we'll take it.
Every little bit helps.
Just have to work a little harder to get this one.
Yeah. Thank you, we appreciate you. Okay. Mr. John Brown, you're up.
Up here?
Yeah, you can come on up and sit down at the table if you like. Introduce yourself for the record. So Janet has your names.
I'm John Brown, this is Jared Brown. Good morning. And we're here for our third time getting to visit with you all to talk about implementing the voluntary program with the Charitable Life Health Solution.
Yeah. Chevrolet Health Solutions. Why don't you just explain a little bit? It's on tape so that people know what you're offering. And
I'm going to let my PR guy, Jared Brown.
okay, Jared, go ahead.
Well, it's a participatory preventative care plan. And what it does is it gives some really nice tax incentives to employers and employees alike. And for employers, on average, per employee per year, there's a $500 FICA savings, and that's annual. And then for employees, there's a really nice all-inclusive wellness program, if you will, which includes biometric screening, telemedicine. You can get a credit for a Fitbit, even DNA screening, mammograms, prostate exams, and many other nice elements to the program as well, again at no cost to the employee. So the employee won't have any reduction in take-home pay, and they get all these nice benefits. They'll also have a nice benefit bank at the after all of this that can be put into some supplemental retirement plans and life insurance.
Now, this is voluntary,
It is.
but for each employee that signs up, they get the benefits in a FICA savings, plus the employer gets a FICA savings.
Correct.
Correct. You're exactly right.
And you'd come and present this to the employees of the county.
Through an enrollment process that we'll coordinate with Renetta.
Okay, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I wasn't here, just a couple questions. So, how did you come to Morgantown, and now do you have a Morgantown office? Those are the two questions I'd like to start.
As of right now, we do not have a Morgantown office. Now,
Okay.
I raised my hand. Dad and I are both West Virginia University graduates. Dad grew up in Preston County. I grew up in Ohio, where
Preston County.
Yeah. But absolutely, Commissioner Bloom, we are in the process of getting an office here in West Virginia. We're blessed to be able to bring this to West Virginia, so we're very proud of that.
Not to answer for you, but
Yeah.
they told me the last time that this was their entry into the state, that they expect to expand throughout the state. And
So we're the first
Monongalia
county that you're...
counties and
Correct.
Monongalia counties.
So so basically it's similar to a tax annuity program, like kind of like the school system has on it, where you take the money out before, so you get that benefit, and then but My only question I have is, you're saying all these benefits here on the wellness program, and all they have to do is sign up, there's no cost to it? Because when I read the contract, there was cost.
There's cost, but it's not out-of-pocket cost. Okay, so the tax savings then pays for the program.
Okay, so then, okay. So the money that, so say if instead of making, say, $1,500 a month, they would take you take $1,400 a month, and then that $100 that was not going to be counted for taxes would be used to pay for this program? See, because I want it clear, when you said that there's no cost, there is a cost. So I just want to get that very clear.
Yeah.
So if the people sign up, there is a cost.
But
See,
they won't realize that cost.
It comes
Is
out,
there a cost to the employer or the employer? I thought you said the cost was to the employer.
There's a
It's
cost.
like a
But
$30 administrative fee,
yeah, the
which
intern,
covered, but that is not taken out of our budget. That is deducted from
the tax savings.
the
The tax
tax
savings.
savings,
You're
the
exactly right.
$500 tax
And
savings.
same with the employee as
It's
well.
on both ends.
Yeah, there's an
Oh,
administrative.
there is also
Right.
There's a
Okay.
FICA savings
Okay,
on both
I-
ends. It's
Yes, sir.
deducted from the FICA.
Correct.
So basically, you're not paying it to the federal government, you're paying it to you all, but you get these benefits.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, and that's
And
fine with me. I
as a
just
result,
wanted,
the
as
employee
long as
banks
that is
what's left.
clear
Yes.
when it's stated to the individuals.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
That's fine, as long as that's clarified, because the people are gonna think that they're gonna get that money back. And I wanna make sure that they realize they're not, they wouldn't got the money anyway, but they get these benefits in lieu of having to hand it over to the federal government.
Got it.
Okay,
Exactly right.
that's fine.
And they do have accumulation values from their benefit bank that goes into the supplemental retirement plan
Oh, okay.
that they will get at some point in time. And that's to their choosing. When they terminate employment, they automatically get all the monies that's accumulated.
Right. Is there a minimum amount that they would have to take out of a paycheck, or?
Well, here again, there's nothing comes out of their paycheck. Their
It's a
paycheck
FICA
stays the same.
The
It's
FICA is reduced.
The FICA is
FICA
changed.
and the federal and state taxes go down as a result of participating in the plan.
This is under the Affordable Care Act.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
It's a
Section
new
2.
program.
It's a new
It's
program,
Yeah,
okay.
you're exactly
To
right.
allow you to
Okay.
reduce your FICA contribution,
Gotcha.
both on the employer and employee
Okay.
side, and if you take advantage of those benefits.
Exactly. And it's voluntary.
It's a positive health
Yeah,
program to try to get people to live more healthy lives, and take care of
Right.
themselves.
And it renews every year, so
okay.
we'll be back sometime a year from now and before you, and we'll have all the results, and you'll have all the results for the year, and
Do the commissioners also, can the commissioners also?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. I was just wondering. Okay. Sounds like a good program. Okay,
That is
thanks.
cool.
Move to adopt a voluntary program.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously. Thank you. You can arrange with Renetta, and also, as I mentioned before, I can try to arrange, if you haven't yet, conversation with the County Commissioners Association and West Virginia Association of Counties. That could open up West Virginia much quicker for you.
We appreciate that, absolutely.
Thank
I'll
you.
get these signed
Thank you.
contracts to you via email, or would you rather have a hard copy?
If we could have a hard
Hard
copy, we'll
copy.
be here for the balance of the day. I don't know if that works for you, and,
Let me just have them sign right now.
okay.
John Brown's cousin, that had a bunch of kids, lived next door to my grandmother in Brewston Mills. So I've known John's
Somebody
family
needs to initial that on the,
forever.
Oh, okay.
and let's see, I think there's not.
He's Ron Brown. You know Ron Brown. He's Ron Brown's brother.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah.
We've been staying at Ron's
I was
house.
gonna
when
say,
we-
you look, yeah. I looked and I said, you look really familiar, and I thought, well, no, okay.
Yeah, that's,
When he said his name, I thought,
Yeah. I know, that's why I thought, I kept looking at this, I thought I know you, and then I realized.
I didn't say nothing. Kept that to yourself.
And
And this would have start the program once we signed up, so it would go 1 year from the date of sign up, or?
yes,
is there-
exactly.
Okay.
after the enrollment period's over with, and then we'll get with Renetta, and hopefully we can get our enrollment going here in a couple of weeks. And
Right.
we have some things we can get to the employees, either electronically or stuff.
Sign those.
So this is an addition to the Blue Cross Blue Shield program we have.
It'll
And there's no, okay, there's no,
No conflict.
no conflict. That
No,
was the
no.
only other question.
You're exactly right.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Well, as a matter of fact, correct me if I'm wrong, John or Jared, but because, if a lot of employees utilize these wellness things, we can actually negotiate it for a lower price on our insurance.
Okay.
Because they're providing all this wellness
Oh, the
stuff.
program, yeah, and that's what
Here.
the school system started to do. Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
absolutely.
Good.
So, just trying to find ways to save money any way we can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then, you know, the FICA savings to the county
right.
is
It's
No,
big,
this is
yeah.
great.
big. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds too good to be true when I first read it. That's, you know,
Yeah.
but,
Well, that's
The nice-
just you, Tom. Everything's too good to be true.
The nice thing about us, when we present it, we don't have to embellish anything.
right, it is what it
We
is.
feel good about
Well-
that. So-
Well, good, well, I look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, petition for the appointment of sheriff to administer the Jody Lee Hunt estate. You're up.
I thought she's back. I was wondering what, yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
well, it wasn't on the agenda
Right, we had to
previously.
officially.
We thought we had a solution, and I guess we don't. Can you brief us where we're at now?
I sure can, Commissioners. I'm going to give you the long way to the end of the story, which is, yes, we don't have a solution yet. After the hearing last week, though, I did get a call from a lawyer in town, Belinda Haney, and she and I had a conversation. Apparently, she had talked with, I believe, Commissioner Hawkins, and expressed some interest in getting involved, but in a different capacity than what I thought we were talking about. She said she would be willing to serve as the fiduciary commissioner, but what I am looking for is a fiduciary for the estate to serve
Right,
as the
right.
administrator.
Right.
And she has now confirmed with me that she is not interested in serving in that capacity. I also got a phone call from a young lady named Kayla Hardesty, who is not related to me, but she is, or advised me that she is Jody Hunt's daughter. And she also told me that she wanted to know what happened at the commission hearing, or the commission meeting 2 weeks ago, and I told her, and she, at the end of our call, declined and said she wasn't interested to serve as the administrator either. So here we are. We are still without a fiduciary, or an administrator for the estate. I have no client, and I think, though, some progress, I suppose, is after talking with Judy in the county clerk's office, that now that the petition to remove Ruth Ann Hunt is no longer, or I guess it's moot at this point because you
Right.
ruled on it,
Right.
there's no longer a need for a fiduciary commissioner unless something else
Right,
happens
right.
with the estate.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna add. The current posture of the estate is such that we don't need a fiduciary commissioner at this time. And hopefully we won't, because most of the issues is probably gonna be settled in the circuit court. That's where most of the issues are gonna be settled. And if there's any estate left, it's hard to tell. But I do recognize your need for administrator or administrators, what you and I refer to as a fiduciary.
Right, right. They have fiduciary responsibilities.
That's right.
Yes.
But we refer, actually, the legal term is that they are a fiduciary.
Right.
Now, the fiduciary commissioner is a fiduciary commissioner that takes evidence and stuff
Yes.
on our behalf. So, do you find, who's the youngest lawyer in your law firm?
Well, Commissioner Callen, there's no way that anyone from my law firm can step in to serve as the administrator for the estate.
I
But
just threw that out.
I know.
It's like reaching for straws. I don't know where to reach.
Do we have to vote, I mean, do we have to make a decision on her petition? Because I would move not to accept.
Well,
Is
yeah,
there any-
but, yeah, we'll probably have to formalize it.
Okay.
But before we do that motion, I want to see if there's something else that we want to include in a
Okay.
singular motion. I don't know where to go.
Kelly Palmer.
Sounds like I work for the sheriff.
Yeah, I don't like to do procedural things when I already know the end result. It's a waste of time. We can grant the petition, and then next week, the sheriff will be back here. They're requesting removal because of the conflicts that we already know exist.
Right.
That's a total waste of everyone's time. I would, you know, the judges have the power to appoint guardian ad litems, to look over, children and children's estates. I believe they would also have the power to appoint a guardian of this estate. I might be reaching here, and they might disagree, but I think you know me well enough. I find things in the law that other people can't find, and I make them work sometimes. Sometimes I don't, but a lot of times I make them work when no one else can make them work. I would say, and we give the power of a motion here, that we request, in our motion, we deny this petition, but request, who's the chief circuit court judge? Rush Clauses?
Yes.
That we request Judge Clauses to appoint a guardian of the estate to work with you as your client so that you could represent. How about that for a solution?
I'm willing to give it a shot.
Okay, so can I have a motion to deny the petition to appoint the sheriff, but to request our Chief Judge Russell Clauses to appoint a guardian of the estate because we don't have the power to do so here. I know he has the power to do so there.
So move.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed unanimously.
And hopefully he'll see you for a while.
Maybe not on this business, maybe on something else. Thank
Yeah.
you, commissioners.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
If that doesn't work, come back and I'll dig around in the law books a little bit more.
Thank you.
And I'm glad I didn't have to shoot you.
I'm glad you did that.
Okay.
We have to run the training.
Okay, you need all the training you can get, Al.
Absolutely.
Oh, is that what you said? Thanks, Al. We'll see you.
Hopefully that will work.
We'll give it a shot. Correspondence, requisition for payment number 4, Star City Project number 1, Administrative Expense Fund. It's in the packet. It's $1,572
Move for approval.
And 40 cents.
and 40 cents. Thank you.
Second?
I have a motion and second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion passed. Thank you. Any other correspondence?
No, sir.
Okay, unfinished business. To consider a correction of the rate on the levy order for the previously approved fares levy.
Would move that this clerical correction be made on the Class 4 properties to be 20 cents instead of the 21 cents that it was made.
You know, it's statutorily
Yes.
required to be 20 cents. I'll second that. I have a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Thank you. Any other unfinished business?
No, sir.
Okay. New business, consideration of Republic Services contract for the recycling program for the fiscal year 2016-17. Tom, you
Yeah,
talk about that?
since we were in budget hearings, Gamby and I went back to Republic, and I'm quite excited that we didn't really have an idea of what we entered into last year when we didn't have any other people bidding on it. So we started with what we thought was a reasonable price. If you look at this, we've renegotiated it to a much more favorable price for the county commission. We went from $260 per haul down to $220 per haul. We had 5 minimum hauls, containers per period, and now we did away with that. We also did away with the delivery fees, and we also no fuel recovery fees. So really, it says 10,000, but when you take away also the minimum hauls, it's closer to 15 to 17,000 savings. So with this program, and they're willing to start it next month, so that'll also cut down the costs each $1,000, about $1,500 per month. I'd ask that I would like to move that we accept this new agreement for these next 3 months and for next year.
I'll second that.
Just so I'm aware of the motion, we're, this is gonna kick in April 1st?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And then extend for a year.
And it's gonna be but it's gonna be for the fiscal year as well?
Yes, so what we did was, the agreement was they were willing to come back and start April 2nd, and we would continue it for 1 year. And in looking at the other alternatives, the other companies weren't ready yet to come up with a program.
Right.
And we're hoping that there will be, but because they were out in the left field, we were able to renegotiate a lower contract.
Okay, yeah, well, that's good, so this term will be till fiscal year.
Right, 15 months, basically.
2017.
Correct. 16 to 17.
16 to 17.
Right.
It's actually,
Okay. I just-
beginning fiscal year 18 will be the new contract.
Right.
17, 18,
We'll start over in 17, 18.
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we got it. Any further questions on this? We have a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed. Very good, thanks, Tom. That's
We're
good
also hoping
negotiation.
too, if the savings, we're looking at the possibility, maybe like when January, when, we have those 3 weeks off,
Yeah.
we'd also put some stuff out at Cheat Lake, so since we have some savings, maybe we can consider putting something like, and that's what we're gonna work on with them.
A drop-off point?
A drop off, for on those 2, maybe in January and also at the end of the school year. So that way we can, because a lot of our people are coming from the Cheat Lake area. Okay, so that's what we're looking at now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, to consider the West Virginia Transportation Division of Highways Agreement for Maple Drive TIF Project, Monongalia County Development District Number 3.
Move for approval.
Second.
This is what we agreed on.
I don't have the agreement,
Oh, you don't?
Well, we have a sheet.
just a cover
Yeah,
letter.
we just have the cover.
Cover letter.
Yeah.
That's one of the copies of the agreement. You've got 3 to
You wanna wait a
sign.
couple minutes so you wanna read
Request
it?
of the commission. Please find 3 county. If you don't mind, let me go over
Yeah,
this
sure.
real quick. For some reason, when I saw this on this, I thought it was, I misread it. I thought it was setting a date for this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's sort of what I thought too, to be honest with you, but
That's why I wasn't looking for anything. This is the layout as it operates. I think all three commissioners need to read this thoroughly
Okay.
before we approve this.
Okay, then I'll just pull it off.
Well, let's just table it till next week.
Table, okay, let's just table it, that's fine.
Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, when I saw that, I just thought it was like setting a date for doing it, but it's the step-by-step process
Okay.
that they're gonna follow. So I think we need to make sure we know what we're approving before we do so. Okay, any further new business? Okay, reports from elected officials. Kelly, we got you left.
I have nothing to report.
Wow. Thank you. Bobby, you got anything for us? Did the article get straightened out? Was that last week? My weeks are running together. I'm having too many meetings. There was a thing in the paper said that one of the four that was selected for the courthouse was not one of the original 8.
Right, it did say that.
Is that correct?
No.
That's not correct, is it? Because we couldn't select it.
When the envelope was opened, one of the commissioners read not the architect's name, but who was working with them.
One of their subcontractors.
Oh, okay.
Instead of the actual.
But it was opened up
Yeah.
in a meeting.
Then it was corrected.
Okay. I saw the correction, I didn't understand the correction any better. Sorry.
Well, it looked like we had taken
Added
a
somebody.
submission
Yeah.
after the fact.
That's what the original article looked like, and then it sort of said, well, they were part or something like that in the correction. And I was like,
I called Ben the next day, and after we looked through it, Renetta had it wrote down the same way, and somebody just read it off as a subcontractor instead of the main architect.
okay. Well, the most important thing is, nothing was done wrong.
No, sir.
Everything was above board.
That's good. All right, Tom, you got anything for us?
Yeah, just one thing, and I guess it's a question in the University Town Center, the road that goes up, who's in charge of paving it and putting lines on it? Is that Granville? Because I'd like to ask, if you've been on
That's
it.
Granville's Road, yeah.
Okay, I'd like to ask that we send a letter asking them to consider at least painting the lines. It's very dangerous now because the lines are going, you can't tell, and then you have left-hand turning lanes and so on. So I think it would be really helpful, since the amount of money they're getting from the TIF, that they could, fix.
Well, let's not put it that way. If Ron was here, we'd just say we need to
Let me
fix,
just
need the
ask.
road.
Yeah, could you ask that we
Yeah.
get that done, because,
Sure.
yeah.
As soon as the weather breaks, they were probably doing it.
Yeah, and that's what, so we could get that done, because I believe it's becoming something that, a lot more people are using the roads right now, and there's more businesses up there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, there's heavy traffic up
Oh,
there,
yeah.
that's for sure, all the time, going up and down. Ed?
Well, first of all, on a somber note, I would ask that everybody keep the family of Jim Stallings in their thoughts. Morgantown, Monongalia County lost a really great guy in Jim. So, on lighter, I'd like to thank the Dominion Post for the article about what we're doing up at Camp Muffling. It was very good. Ham, bacon, and egg sale. Eldon and I will be going. Tom, you're welcome to join us. That's tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And it's going to be opening day of baseballs. So WVU opens up the ballpark on Friday.
Yeah, we go
First.
first. Yeah.
So,
The Big 12,
Big 12, yes.
Big 12 opening against Oklahoma.
So play ball.
That's great. Just a couple quick things. The Interstate 79 access study is later on today. I'm gonna run there, and then we've got the actually it's Milan Parks thing on the
Right, 6:30 tonight.
Aquatic Center at 6:30 tonight. Ed already mentioned the Future Farmers of American auction tomorrow, And we're on Friday, I'll be working on the Corps of Engineers are gonna be down here to continue to work on the Morgantown Industrial Park site. I'll be meeting with them on some of the river projects and things I've been working on. So that's what I've got laid out for the next 3 days. And then I hope everyone survives April Fool's Day. Never buy anything on April 1st, that's what they say. A lot of business people will probably hang me for that. But, have a motion to
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We're adjourned, thank you.